Welcome to the annual press conference of Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. I'm Antje Maas. It's my pleasure to guide you through our program today. As in the past years, we decided to hold this as a digital press conference. The feedback that we've got from you was, well, we don't need to travel, and that was good because we could also welcome many international guests today. Welcome. But I'm not on my own. Next to me is Carsten Intra, the CEO of Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles, and Michael Obrowski, our Head of Finance and IT. Welcome. Well, Carsten, first of all, you will give us the review of the very successful and good 2023, and Michael then will follow up with the financial indicators of the year. And I can say up front, it has been a fantastic year. Then we're looking forward to the highlights of 2024, and I can already announce the world premiere of our ID. Buzz GTX. Well, one more thing I'd like to share with you. Communications is important for us, and we want to be transparent, so let us tell you that these speeches have been recorded, but after this, at 10 o'clock, we'll have a live call. Accredited journalists can then also ask questions to our board members. And with that, let's get started. Carsten. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a good morning from me too, and a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for your interest in our company. As we've just heard, the past year was in many ways remarkable for Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. 2023 was a particularly successful year financially. It was, in fact, the best in the history of our brand. At 15.3 billion euros, sales revenue was at a record level, as was the operating profit at 873 million euros. But I don't want to preempt my colleague Michael Obrowski any further. He will fill us in later. This strong result is the basis for our further development. But 2023 was also, and above all, a strategically important year for us. Key decisions were made for our future because the Volkswagen Group has mandated us to develop our new product family. It is called Space, Space for Spacious Commercial Vehicles, i.e. vehicles in the B and C segments. They're fully electric and are all on one platform. Those plans extend far into the next decade, and they emphasize our future viability. But just as importantly, 2023 was also a highly emotional year for commercial vehicles. After the pandemic, we celebrated a family festival with our colleagues at the Hanover plant in our 30th anniversary in Poland. That was a real success story. Yes, and then there was the fantastic VW Bus Festival in the summer. We were celebrating our products, our family of commercial vehicles, with 80,000 fans, with friends and customers. And we witnessed the passion with which our customers relate to our vehicles, and also the enthusiasm, the fascination they generate, saw it with our own eyes, and that really moved us all. And this is something that I remember and that all of us will remember. And there was also one thing that was particularly important for us. We delivered 2023 as we promised. We brought the new Amarok to the markets. Our long wheelbase ID. Buzz celebrated its world premiere. Our 200,000th California rolled off the production line in Lima, and we were also able to present the California concept car. The Crafter reached the 500,000 mark in Reznia, Poland. Customers are actually ordering our new transporter before the world premiere. Several thousand orders have already been placed, and people don't actually know yet exactly what the car is going to look like. And we have also made some good progress in autonomous driving in Munich, in Hamburg, and in Austin in the United States. Many people have already been able to see the cars for themselves, and not just on the test tracks, mind you, but also on public roads. And all of this is the result of a united team effort. Thanks are due here to the entire team of Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. So please, allow me to say this very clearly at this point. Dear colleagues, 2023 is your success. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, these good results from 2023 also give us the necessary boost for the tasks ahead. And truly, this boost is necessary. After all, the second half of 2024 will be very challenging, in the sense that the markets are generally developing cautiously, are also declining, but still, there's no way around electric mobility. There is no alternative to that. And that's also the reason why we are prepared. This year, we'll present a dazzling array of innovations that will significantly improve virtually our entire portfolio. But first, over to you, Michael, for the financial figures for the past year. Michael. Thank you very much, Carsten, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Carsten Intra already said it at the beginning. It was a good year. It was an exceptional year for Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. It's been the best in our history, with a significant increase in sales revenue and earnings. I would like to briefly explain the most important figures to you now, and I'm going to start with our deliveries. In the past financial year, we handed over 409,400 vehicles to our customers, which is an increase of around 25%. And the trend in electric vehicles is even more striking. Here, we delivered a total of 29,300 cars in 2023, and that is around 4 times as many as in the previous year. The share of battery electric vehicles in our total volume now stands at 7.1%, which in fact is a threefold increase compared to 2022. Now, all models contributed to the positive development in the deliveries last year, regardless of the drive type or the user group. And in fact, all the regions too contributed, in the sense that we're seeing a significant, mostly double-digit growth in delivery figures almost everywhere. And this growth, then, is also reflected in a strong financial result. And with this type of result, we are right on track. Ladies and gentlemen, Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles achieved sales revenues of 15.3 billion euros in the past financial year. Now, after 11.5 billion in the previous year, that is an increase of around 30%. We generated an operating profit of 873 million euros, and we see, after 520 million euros in 2022, this is an exceptional increase. We were able to grow the return on sales by more than 1 percentage point, from 4.6 to now 5.7%. So also, for this key figure, we are on track with our strategic target. In terms of net cash flow, which for me is the single most important key figure, we achieved 683 million euros. Now that follows after a negative of 259 million euros in the previous year, also a strong improvement. So the current figures represent a solid result overall. And indeed, they're an important foundation for the tasks ahead of us. We are boosting our necessary financial flexibility we need for the array of new models that we will be launching this year, and Carsten Intra will explain what highlights precisely we can expect this year. But we also do that in order to consolidate the important and really necessary transformation of our plants and our teams for the production of ultra-modern BEVs and hybrid cars. And finally, we do this for the continued development of Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles as a whole, towards becoming a new type of mobility provider with cutting-edge vehicles and digital services for business and private customers. And as the lead brand for the development of autonomous driving in the Volkswagen Group and corresponding services for people and goods, and ultimately, we will be the provider of sustainable mobility for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we laid the foundations for economic success in 2023 with our corporate strategy GRIP. And that was about 4 years ago. The consistent implementation of the measures from our associated performance program is now paying off, In 2024 and the following years, we will continue to deliver. We will deliver with a view to improve our cost structure in a disciplined and, above all, sustainable manner. Also to implement our very specific plan for personnel development, a plan reaching beyond the end of the decade, one that recognizes demographic changes and also takes our own transformation into account. So, as I said, now is not the time to let up. 2024 will be no less challenging. We're looking at a difficult economic situation overall, across Europe and also in the US. Despite some easing inflation pressure, there is still a certain reluctance to invest. The transition to electric mobility remains challenging, and the general political conditions, including those in Germany, have not been very helpful lately. But of course, we will start with ourselves. And that is why we will continue to increase our own efficiency. And we will also increasingly leverage the synergies and expand cooperation within the brand group core and within the Volkswagen Group. I'm convinced that we will succeed. We at Commercial Vehicles will achieve what we set out to do, and in 2023 we proved this once again. And that is also why I would like to conclude by thanking the entire team. Thank you so much. And now, back to you, Carsten. Thank you very much, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, last year we spoke at length about our Group 2030 strategy and also about the 10-point plan, which we have successfully executed every step of the way. Our strategy is in place. We have a clear vision, which is based on our three pillars. Success for our business and commercial customers, freedom for our private and camping customers, and future solutions through new technologies. For customers with all their individual mobility and transport needs and wishes, and with vehicles and services that inspire our customers today and tomorrow. And to fulfill this promise, we are updating almost our entire model range. Never before have we presented so many new products at such short intervals. Almost all the models are either all new or have been significantly upgraded. And I would like to start with the new Transporter. We're looking forward to its world premiere in September at the IAA Transportation Show here in Hanover. Many people can't wait for this rollout and are already ordering it. And I think that's a great vote of confidence in our brand. Thank you very much for that. Our commercial customers will get a genuine Volkswagen Transporter with more cargo volume, with higher payload and with a higher towing capacity. For the first time, the Transporter will be available with a turbo diesel, a plug-in hybrid and an all-electric drive. A complete range, that is. We work together with our customers to develop holistic solutions, and that is also why we are developing an entire ecosystem. We offer solutions for demanding mobility needs, and the new Transporter embodies precisely that. With the ID. Buzz and the Multivan in place now, the new Transporter completes the most innovative van trio of all time, the right model for everyone. We will be celebrating another world premiere in the first half of the year with the new California. Our customers can look forward to more roominess, which means more living space, more comfort, more safety, and more flexibility. The new California achieves this through more length and also more width. Even in the basic version, 2 sliding doors enable a completely new 3-room concept and an overall more spacious living experience. At the same time, the new California also comes as a plug-in hybrid. In any case, we have set the course for the future. Until now, California has stood for our camper models. But going forward, we will develop the name into our own brand. In addition to our premium camper vehicles, we will then bundle the California universe under this name, an integrated world of camping experiences, as well as the convenient control of many camping functions with the help of the Callion Tour app. Now on we go with the multivan. Like its predecessors, our customers will be able to drive it with a 4-motion all-wheel drive. There's going to be a very exciting innovation also in the plug-in hybrid version. The front axle will be driven by the combustion engine, and an electric motor takes over the rear axle, which is a uniquely efficient and also lightweight all-wheel drive solution. Innovation that benefits our customers. Now on to the Crafter. As early as next month, we will be launching the pre-sales for the new Crafter. We have completely redesigned the cockpit landscape with the latest infotainment, new digital displays and control elements with the e-device assistance, plus a multitude of helpful assist systems from the turn-off assist and an emergency braking system to the lane departure warning and lane change assist. So many of these assist systems are also part of the standard trim of the vehicle. And that means that the Crafter remains the most advanced commercial vehicle series in its class. It still is the benchmark. And 2024 is also the year in which the Caddy enters the electric age as a plug-in hybrid. In the Caddy, we're combining a 1.5-litre petrol engine with a fast-charging electric drive. So this enables us to achieve a system output of 110 kilowatts and an electric driving range of around 100 kilometers. In addition to that, all Caddy models will receive significantly upgraded features, including a new digital cockpit, and here as well, a range of intelligent assist systems. And finally, we look forward to welcoming the long wheelbase ID. Buzz, which will roll off the production line in Hanover in the middle of the year, optionally available as a 6 or a 7-seater, including also a larger battery, improved charging performance, and a large display. And with this model, our iconic van finally returns to North America. The vehicle is eagerly awaited on the market. Ladies and gentlemen, those were a few selected highlights. And we have planned a great deal. Significant, noticeable innovations across the entire model range. But that is not all. We transport success, freedom, and we transport the future. We offer access to the technologies of tomorrow. And we mean that quite literally, because nothing is changing human-machine communication as much as AI these days. And our customers will also benefit from this in the future, because we're integrating ChatGPT into the e-device assistant across all vehicles. And that means that infotainment, navigation and climate control can be controlled intuitively by voice commands. The vehicle we are now presenting to you is also a good example of the future, one that I'm really looking forward to myself, as do our customers. An absolute highlight. And now I'd like to hand over to my colleague Lars Krause. Hello, Lars. Thank you, Carsten. You're absolutely right. For 2024, we are planning the biggest VW commercial vehicles model launch ever seen in history. On the one hand, there is the new California with an incredible number of fans. Ever since we presented the concept car last year, I've been looking forward to the world premiere this summer. And secondly, we have the new Transporter, which will follow on from the legendary T6.1. It will be available in the familiar body styles as a panel van, dropside, caravel and combi. And on top of that, this car will be available as a fully electric version, as a plug-in hybrid and also as a diesel. But today, we're talking about a completely different skyrocket, namely this fantastic car, the new ID. Buzz GTX, which is celebrating its world premiere today. The most powerful camper van of all time, 340 horsepower and a legendary 6.5 seconds from 0 to 100 kph. Unbelievable. And here you see the sporty, the distinctive front that we developed especially for the GTX. And also this fantastic color you see here, cherry red. It's a special color that defines the sporty elegance of this vehicle. Alternatively, the vehicle is also available in a two-tone paint finish, cherry red at the bottom and solid silver at the top. The vehicle will be available in two wheelbase versions, normal and long. The long wheelbase will also have a larger battery with up to 86 kilowatt-hours. In addition to its distinctive front, the ID. Buzz GTX comes with black mirror caps and black 21-inch wheels. Looks awesome. The sporty design of the ID. Buzz GTX continues in the interior as well. Black trims, a black headliner and black seats with the typical GTX red stitching. The ID. Buzz GTX normal wheelbase is available as a 5- and 6-seater and the long wheelbase as a 6- or 7-seater. And you always get the typical van feeling thanks to the high seating position and plenty of interior roominess. The display is extra large, now 12.9 inches, plus EDA voice control, including ChatGPT. With its electrically extendable tow bar, the ID. Buzz GTX is the sportiest towing vehicle in the ID family. A towing capacity of 1,800 kilos is perfect for a bike, boat, horse trailer or a caravan. And with its intelligent 4-motion all-wheel drive, the ID. Buzz GTX offers optimum traction on any terrain. So, to summarize, the most powerful camper van of all time with 2 wheelbases and 2 battery sizes, optionally as a 5-, 6- or 7-seater. Plus, all-wheel drive as standard, optimum pulling power and traction in every driving situation. It should really be called the ID. Buzz GTX XL. So, 2024 is off to a really good start. Back to you in Hanover, Carsten. Thank you, Lars. What a great car. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to our strategic plans. The focus here is on our new space vehicle family, which the Volkswagen Group has mandated us to develop. For the first time in our history, we will be building our own scalable commercial vehicle platform, based on the Group SSP platform. We will use it to develop vehicles in the B and C segments, the space family, for people and for goods. We have great expectations in terms of this new development. On the one hand, we are strengthening our commercial vehicle expertise, but on the other hand, we're also gaining planning certainty way into the next decade. And this applies to all Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles locations in Germany and in Poland. The first vehicle in the space family will be an all-electric Crafter. It is scheduled to roll off the production line as early as 2028. Incidentally, the same applies to all other space models. They're all fully electric vehicles. With the space program, we are supporting the 3 major dimensions of sustainability in the long term: environmental protection, social responsibility, and corporate profitability. Space contributes to achieving a BEV share of more than 55% by 2030. And it also secures jobs and at the same time allows us to further reduce the air, soil and water emissions at our production sites. And also, by 2025, we want to supply the Volkswagen commercial vehicle production sites with 100% green electricity. And by the end of 2025, we will also reduce the environmental impact of our production by more than half compared with 2010. We can only achieve this with a motivated team in an environment characterized by equal opportunities, diversity and social equality. Ladies and gentlemen, we are developing the mobile future. The mobility of tomorrow means we are continuing to make ourselves fit for this. This also includes a fundamentally different understanding of the mobility of tomorrow. So we are transforming ourselves as well from a pure vehicle manufacturer to become a mobility provider. As you know, we are the powerhouse in the group for the development of autonomous driving, for the new business of mobility and transport as a service. Our goal remains to offer affordable, sustainable and accessible mobility for everyone in major cities. The tests in Austin, Hamburg and Munich are very encouraging. In Hamburg, we want to offer test drives for customers this year, under real-life road conditions. With our subsidiary ADMT and with MOIA, we are developing the necessary operating software for the use of autonomous vehicle fleets by our partners. With Moya, we have the largest ride pooling service in Europe. We're continuing to expand this service via Moya and with external partners. And indeed for North America, we're developing vehicles and fleet solutions for chauffeur service providers that are already established there. But for us, one thing is at the center of everything we do: safety and transparency in the development and the operation. These are the basis of everything we do. And this is why we have always said that anyone addressing autonomous driving these days must be ready for a marathon. And indeed we are. We're at home on long distances, as our commercial vehicles have amply demonstrated in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are wrapping up here, I hope you have seen for yourselves what we have achieved so far, where we currently stand, what you can expect from us this year, and where we want to go in the medium and long term. So, therefore, let me just briefly summarize the most important points here. Our GRIP 2030 corporate strategy gives us a clear vision. It also includes the fact that a dazzling array of new models will come out in 2024, something that has never been seen before in the history of commercial vehicles. With the development of our space vehicle family and autonomous driving, we're rethinking commercial vehicles, and at the same time we're providing planning stability well into the next decade. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you, Carsten and Michael. Thanks for what was a fantastic financial year of 2023, the way you explained it. It has been a successful strategic and an emotional year, a record year in all the financial dimensions. The new ID. Buzz GTX has just been shown. Many new models will come out this year as highlights for our model push. So thank you, Carsten, for providing that outlook for this year. And thank you to all of you for taking the time. Thank you for your interest in Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. Many of you will have a chance to welcome at 10 o'clock at the annual media call. I'm really looking forward also to have all board members of Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles here who are ready to take your questions. Now, all the information you got today, the speeches, the charts, press releases, will be available, as usual, on our press portal, vwn-presse.de. And our communications team at Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles are ready to answer all your questions. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope that I will see some of you in person very soon. Thank you very much. Take care.